we're not. Everything should be fine now. I'm pretty sure I fixed it now, so we should be good to go from here on out.
Okay. They just told us that it's fixed, so it looks like we're good to go.
There, yeah.
All right, guys. So if you missed all of that, we are. This is Zed and I. I am Zafink6, or Kevin Finkel, if you guys may know me from that. And this is Zed here with me, and we are commentating a match for MTG Final Frontier. This is a Frontier match played out on the Untap Open League, and it is Paradoxical Storm versus Ascendancy combo. So we've already talked about the fact that this is two very uninteractive combos. They're going to be jamming against each other, racing to see who can win this game first. And I think it's going to be a pretty quick one way or another. All right, so we're already going for some alternate win cons. Maybe we spoke too soon. This game played out. We had a. Do you want me to just do a quick recap for anyone who wasn't watching?
Yeah.
All right, so Samus kept a very dangerous hand. He mulled to 5 on the play with no lands, but he scryed a land to the top and was able to find his way out of it through some attunes, through drawing some lands here, and now he's looking much better after quite a few card draws. From the other side, Jink Hub, he got a little bit of a slow start thanks to his tap land, but he was able to curve out SRAM and then eventually a Monastery Mentor and was looking to go off. But it looks like this Awoken Horror, so this backside of the Thing in the Ice, is now going to be putting quite a quick clock onto this game. All right, so jumping back into it, we've got a stop on draw. We have Jink Hub using Commit to Memory. Ooh.
That was a mistake. He should have done it on his turn while Samus was tapped out. He has counter spells in his list.
Yes, he does, and that was a big mistake now that's going to cost him here, possibly even the game. So let's see what we can do. We'll just have a swing. He will be able to make some blockers next turn, even just being able to play...
Mentor, play Bonesaw, and then... But Sylvan Awakening, even though is going to make a couple 2/2s as well. Like, he doesn't need to full combo here. He can just do it for pressure.
Yeah, I think that if he does that next turn, he could play the Sylvan Awakening with 3 lands and then be able to swing for 6 even after... Well, okay, if he blocks with both the Mentor and the token, that would be all right.
Yes, but if he has to block with Mentor, he's losing his way to continually make token. Interesting. So, he's going for SRAM.
So that's okay. He does have a backup SRAM is his idea here. So he's thinking that if he does have to block with the SRAM, that's okay. And now he's able to play the Mentor, but doesn't have any follow-up as far as artifacts. So what's definitely thinking is he's got this Paradoxical outcome, hopefully the next turn. Probably he would go with the Statuary and then the outcome, draw a couple cards, hope to draw a whole bunch more. So now what we need to decide is what Samus wants to do, because he could either wait a turn, go for Ascendancy full combo next turn, or he can try and swing out with the Sylvan Awakening and then force his opponent to block 2 of them, which is gonna... Oh, look, so that looks like what he's going to do here.
I think, he's going to go for Awakening, especially since he has the second one in hand. He can just throw one away, and then next turn do it again if he's still alive and has 3 deployed. And he can full combo next turn, even with as long as he hits a land, I believe, that's untapped.
Yes, so he does not have the untapped land, so he wouldn't be able to play both and go off yet, but we'll see what he can do, because you do get a couple of those extra chances to go for it. So let's see what happens here. Although, actually, if he does trade the Mentor for 1... No, they're indestructible, never mind.
Yes, they are indestructible. And...
So with Jink Hub at 6, he's going to have to chump block both of these.
Yes, he can block thing in the... Yeah, just double chump, loses both pieces. And next turn, it doesn't look like he can do much. He can, outcome, draw 2, play SRAM, play 2, draw 2, and then die to Awakening, is what it looks like.
Yeah, that seems like currently the likely result. Okay, so a third Statuary from Jink Hub side is not going to do a ton here.
No. So you can go SRAM, Statuary. Yeah.
He seems to be going Statuary first, because then he can play the SRAM for 1 mana. But I'm not sure if that helps him a lot, because he still can't Paradoxical then.
Yeah. This... he's 1 off, being able to Paradoxical after that.
Oh, so he's just going
kind of
straight for the
paradoxical right
paradoxical.
now. Yeah,
Now, what
no
could
story.
he be digging for that would let him win here? I guess if he can draw a land. Did he play a land for the turn?
He
No, he did
did
not
not
play a
play
land
land
for
for the
the turn.
turn, but
So,
that's a tap land, so that
that is
doesn't
exactly
actually
a tap
matter.
land.
So
Looks like it'll just be a scoop here.
yeah, because you can
Well,
go.
hang on. He can replay the two. So yeah, he can replay the shield and then be able to cast
Shield,
SRAM here, and even be able to draw a
SRAM,
card off of it.
play this.
I might have liked waiting. Okay, I was gonna say if he drew an untapped land, it would have been
Yeah,
smart for him to wait. But okay, that's fine for him.
that's
But
second.
what's gonna happen here is he's tapped out. We've got the second
He's just gonna play
awakening.
Awakening with negate backup, and then, but he's tapped out anyways. But yeah,
Yep.
just this Awakening for tempo is gonna win again.
All right, let's take a quick look here while they're figuring out the end of this game with the sideboard. So coming out of the Ascendant, no, sorry, let's do the other one first. The Paradoxical Outcome deck, he's got 3 negates, another Girapur Aether Grid, 4 Metallic Rebuke, 3 Gideon Ally of Zendikar, to Settle the Wreckage, to Fumigate. So I like Settle the Wreckage. If he doesn't have a counterspell backup, then that can stop the combo as it goes off. Gideon might be a reasonable backup plan, and then I'm sure that some number of these counterspells would want to come in. So a little bit more interaction here. I think that he will have to take out some core pieces of his combo, though. I don't like the Girapur Aether Grid in this matchup.
I agree with that. I also don't think you want Settle the Wreckage, mainly off the fact that you just want to have all the counter spells, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's
by the
probably
time
smart.
Somnus combos off, he's gonna have negate backup.
Yeah, you can always dig until you find your Dispel or Negate or whatever else.
Yeah.
So from Somnus's side, on Ascendancy, he's got 1 Dispel, 2 Rending Volley, 2 Abrade, 2 Negate, some better interaction.
I like the negates and dispels, definitely. I'm not you can board in some number of Radiant Flames, but I'm not sure you want them all.
I think Rending Volley is actually the best thing he's got here. There's no way for him to counter. Well, I guess he can counter it with Commit to Memory, but that's complicated. But the fact that it's 4 damage kills any of his creatures, and Jinkub has no way to go off, no way to win without these creatures in play.
That's fair.
So I think that's just an absolute beating. I might even take the Abrade 2 for the same reason. If he can just kill a Mentor before it can do anything, then Jinkub has really no way to win here.
It's also good against Statuary as well. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we're starting to go into game 2 here. We're seeing a hand from the Ascendancy side of it. So, okay, we had mentioned at the beginning of the show, we kind of thought that the Ascendancy deck was favored. We think that it's definitely faster. It's got more ways to draw into it, and it had a little bit more interaction in its main deck, which Jinkub had no interaction here. How about post sideboard? Do you think that it's better or worse for the Ascendancy deck?
I think the fact that Shankub has a few more counters in the sideboard might make it more difficult, but I think that it's fairly even after sideboards. Might be Shankub slightly favored.
I was actually thinking it gets better for Ascendancy after sideboard just because of that additional interaction. Those Rending Volleys, I think, are going to be a real beating if we see them. With so few actual ways to win for the Paradoxical Outcome deck, I think it'll be great.
That's fair. Yeah. Both hands are decent. You have double negate for the Paradoxical player. He doesn't have much in the way of comboing off, but he's got interaction for some trying to just combo.
Yeah, and I'd kind of said keep a hand with Mentor, mobile hand that doesn't have it. Ooh, and there we go, Rending Volley off the top. That is going to be a beating.
You'll get one monk off of the Mentor with the Cathar Shield, and then it'll die.
Yeah, but if he can't kind of cycle one of those Paradoxical Outcomes with a bunch of 0-mana artifacts in play, it's going to be hard for Mentor to see a lot of value.
Yeah.
So that's where I think it's tough, because he has so many of those artifacts main deck. I'm wondering what he has to take out in order to make room for all of these counter spells. So if he's pulling out his combo pieces, it'll be dangerous. Maybe some of the silly stuff like Leave to Chance, Commit to Memory. I don't think those do a lot. And I definitely think those Girapur Aether Grids should have come out.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that looks like now.
His Jank brought in 12 out of his 15 cards in the sideboard.
That's interesting. So I would guess that's all of the negates, all of the Metallic Rebukes, maybe the Gideons and the Settle the Wreckages?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't see any reason for
fair point. Yeah.
So even if he pulled out all the Aether Grids, all of the Leave to Chance, all of the Commit to Memory, he's still going to have to cut down on some of his artifacts. So that means that the combo is going to be a little bit less possible. He'll need a few more, like he'll need either a good hand or he'll need the right cards.
Yeah, so he's just going to slam and Thing in the Ice on 2. Jacob's going to go Mentor, make a couple tokens with Spider Silk Net and Cathar Shield, and then it's going to get Rending Volleyed and probably Strategic Planning next.
Yeah, I think Strategic Planning. He didn't have the white source to go for a turn 3 Ascendancy, but I think that this is good anyways. The fact that he's going to be able to... Ooh, okay, so maybe even make a third...
Yes. I think you have to go for what he's tapped out. So, gives you the best chance.
The other question is if Jacob wants to wait a little bit. He doesn't have a way to flip his guys, so if he goes maybe 2 of them and then tries to save 1 for next turn as a way to pump all of his people. Oh, nope, he's just going for all of them right now.
He's just going in. Okay. So this Thing in the Ice is going to be a good trump card again. He's just going to deal with the Mentor tokens. He's going to deal with the Mentor cleanly with the Rending Volley. And then set up to Ascendancy somewhat soon, I'm assuming. If he can hit a white source, that's a Banefire.
Yeah, it's Banefire. So Jacob is really going to need to see some way to bounce. So one of those paradoxical outcomes to bounce all those 0 mana cards, and he's going to need another land to be able to cast it. So he's a little bit away from really doing very much here, other than swinging in for like 2 damage on a turn.
That's the Commit to Memory. That's interaction, but
I'm surprised those are still in.
Engage.
Yeah, I'm surprised those are still in. What's interesting here is Somnus did wait. He didn't go for strategic planning. He wanted to hold up the negate and the anticipate, but that does mean that Somnus, that he could negate the anticipate if he wishes to.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like he's fine with it. It doesn't do very much. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, Prairie Streams would be a good draw.
Now, if nothing, even if he doesn't see a land here, Somnus does have the line of strategic planning and bane firing for 0, which would flip that Thing in the Ice, kill all those tokens, and would be quite the clock, I think. Ooh, so even with a land, that means you can do more.
So you can go Ascendancy with the spell backup. Oh no, you can't. Don't. There's a green source. So strategic planning with negate. He's gonna negate that Thing in the Ice triggers. Then you dispel the negate. Flip Thing, swing 7. That's what I'm inclined to do. You flip your Thing. Jacob has a negate and a Commit to Memory, and that's about it. No board, no fourth land for the commit, and he's just 2-turn clock. Oh no, 3-turn clock, taking 7 this turn. And that's an Awakening, so you can go Ascendancy and then Awakening. Or you can SRAM is not going to do much on this board unless he draws a Paradoxical. And he's not even going to cast it because of that. That's a Treasure Cruise. Can he... Thing in the Ice is really good against Mentor tokens. So you do this, he goes negate. You go negate back.
Sorry about that. I just lost internet for a second there. I'll be back into the game here in just 1 moment, hopefully.
Well, this game looks to be over.
Oh, so did he go with the line of flipping the...
Yes, he did in fact flip the Thing in the Ice. Now he's trying to resolve the Treasure Cruise with negate backup into Jacob's negate.
I assume he will go for the negate. I think Treasure Cruise is a big deal for him. And even if he didn't have the threat on the board, in a couple turns here, it looks like the Ascendancy combo is possible. Yep.
He has a SRAM they didn't cast last turn and held up negate for this one. He's going to draw 3. He has Ascendancy and Banefire and Awakening in hand. That's currently his hand. He draws the Tune of Faith and Botanical Sanctum and up.
So, okay, the land's down. That also means that Banefire is lethal.
In
yes.
a couple turns. So
I think it's over next turn.
Banefire is going to clin up the SRAM, and then Jank's going to be dead. Or you could
Banefire is also lethal upstairs, so I think either way it's...
Jank's very dead.
Ooh, it's also now uncounterable. There we go. So I think that played out about how we were thinking.
There we go.
Maybe we were expecting to actually see the combo go off, but other than that, I think that we did think that this deck had a little bit more interaction, and that's how it played out.
Yep.
A little bit of a mistake there with that negate early on, but other than that, it's pretty good.
It's Ascendancy can be really disgusting sometimes, both against combo decks because it's normally faster, or against control.
All
That
right,
can
guys.
struggle against aggro.
Well, sorry about that audio problem right there at the beginning, but thanks for watching, everyone. This was MTG Final Frontier. Make sure to follow us, follow our channel for any more content. We're going to be doing the top 8 soon after, I think, one more round. So you should be looking forward to possibly even seeing both these decks still make it into that.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to take off. It was nice casting with you, Zed.
Okay.
All right.